I do have a favorite take on one of the great questions of the Torah and of sort of the Jewish year when we get to Passover, because this week we're reading Parshat Bo, and there's a lot going on in the world, so there's a lot of different angles we could take to what we're taught in the Torah this week. But one of the questions that keeps coming up is, why does God harden Pharaoh's heart? Pharaoh and his heart are mentioned 20 times over the course of the Exodus story. The first 10, Pharaoh hardened his own heart. The second 10, we're told that God hardens or strengthens Pharaoh's heart. And Rabbi Dina Weiss of Mechon Hadar, New York, points out that, as is known in biblical circles, people who study the Bible, that the heart isn't what we tend to think of it as in our culture as the seat of emotion. More often in biblical life, it's referred to as the seat of intelligence, right? So a hard heart in English means that somebody who's negatively stubborn or doesn't feel things. Whereas when the Torah speaks of the Israelites being negatively stubborn, it says they're am kashay oraf, they're stiff-necked people. So a hard heart is somebody who is strong in their mind. And so when one is strengthened in their heart, it's as if they're being given extra powers, mental powers. So Weiss writes, consequently, when God or Pharaoh hardens or reinforces Pharaoh's heart, what is being strengthened is Pharaoh's ability to reason. God is primarily influencing his intelligence. God makes Pharaoh strong of mind and encourages him to think that he's being clever and that he's being strategic, which masks the fact that he's merely being cruel. Pharaoh, of course, at the beginning of the enslavement of the Israelites says, Nim kantavo, we should be smart with the Israelites and enslave them. It's not let's be cruel, it's let's be smart. Part of this is that strengthening Pharaoh's heart is really, as Weiss writes, strengthening Pharaoh's ability to rationalize his behavior. Rationalizing his behavior doesn't necessarily determine whether or not action will take place, but rather how it should be evaluated, how one thinks about what has been done. People can rationalize any behavior and think that we're being smart. But being smart isn't the point of how we're supposed to be in this world. More important is to be good. So intelligence is indeed important, but you can outsmart yourself. Rationalize negative behaviors. What we really should be is good people and not let ourselves fall for rationalizations. So Pharaoh seems to be teaching us, and God hardening Pharaoh's heart or reinforcing Pharaoh's heart seems to be teaching us. Be wary of being too clever and make sure that you're not remembered merely as smart, but that you can be remembered for being good. Shabbat Shalom.